That's the main.
Here we are.
Hey, oh man, that's great. Our logo's right there. Chris, you can't even see him. You can't even see Chris.
He's there. He's there.
He's in front.
He's right there in the front.
It is really like the Looney Tunes logo.
Yep.
It's very similar.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's almost like it's on purpose.
Yep, it's unbelievable.
You wouldn't believe the kind of things we brought in.
Wouldn't believe what we've seen.
You wouldn't believe it.
Let's start the show.
I'm like Roy Batty.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Yay! And then... Wait! What does that do? Did that blow your mind? That just happened.
This corner weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody!
You've got a dirty, whorish mouth.
Bunch of fucking amateurs. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay, then.
Hail to the king, David. Fuck it, dude. Let's go, Bull.
If you tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay,
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And half melted Chris.
Half melted Chris
he's
is
like
here.
ice cream. When he goes,
I've
the
got,
good humor
I've got
man.
stories. I've got a product to sell.
Oh, he's got
Chris,
so many
the-
things.
It's like when you leave the TV on really late at night,
Uh-huh.
and then they have the paid programming that's
yeah.
on. That's what's happening to you
Basically.
right now on the Kickstarter with
Yeah.
Matt and Matt.
It's unbelievable.
And
We
if
got a
you're-
witness.
And if you're any kind of self-respecting guitar player out there, have I got the product for you?
Chris's Miracle Water.
That's right, kids. Wilson Space
Close.
Fence. Wilson Space Fence is here
You're
for us.
You're
All
both
right.
very close. It's a Hughes and Kettner 2 Meister 36, slightly used. But it
Slow.
doesn't sound like it.
Did you say Meister?
2 Meister.
I love it. I love it already. I love German stuff.
I was going to try to have it plug in and
German.
go for you.
No, but this is a
But,
farmhouse, folks.
yeah.
We don't have three prongers, as they call it.
You're
There
lucky
you go.
that we're basically overloading the system just by casting the show out
you
there.
You have no idea.
There's
when
a fire in your basement right now.
when we
That's right.
blow a fuse, the whole block goes down.
No way to put it out is with some rock and roll from a Hughes and Kettner 2 Meister 36.
That's right.
And we're not going to stop
Slightly
doing it.
used.
We're like the Titanic. Well, barely used.
Well, what are you looking for,
Barely
Chris?
touched.
That's you got to put that out
Money.
there. Money. Just looking for some money, folks. Just any piece of money. If you've got some money that's worth the
Or
most
just
amount of
just
money,
a piece of money.
just a piece of
One
money,
piece of
any
money.
piece.
Yeah.
Yep.
I found a corner of a torn off dollar bill.
There you go.
Yeah.
That could be. Who knows how many
That's a piece
zeros
of
are
money.
after that one? You never
It is,
know.
You know, it is subject to my approval, but
If you
That's right.
debate with
Shoot
the
your shot.
cashier long enough,
Shoot
they
your
may
shot.
very well give you $100 of
but I
groceries.
am looking for about $750 for it.
Chris is trying to say he's a big piggy bank. He wants you to stuff metal circular objects up in him. As
See
far as
that
they
crack?
can go.
Fill it with metal. All right.
Fill it with legal tender.
That's right. Legal tender, baby. That's what it's all about. I love paying my strippers and meter money. That's
Just
the way to
flicking
go.
pennies at him. Dance, you puppet.
That's it. Well, it's
If
about
you're interested, just message me at Camo Hand on Instagram.
there you go.
That's right.
Let-
Reach out to the Kickstarter with Matt. Matt, your message probably won't get to
It
Chris,
will not get the Chris.
Matt will put it in the spam
I'll
folder.
just spam you right away. Right to spam.
Delete the message and block the user.
That's right. We don't want to see you ever again. That's it. If you're trying to help out Chris, you're no friend of the show. Because if you've listened long enough, you know Chris is no friend of the show. He's
That's
just a featuring friend of the show. That's what
I'm
we
not
want.
even a friend of the planet.
That's right. Exactly. He doesn't even belong
Or
here.
any universe I've been in.
This
That's
isn't
why
what it even looks like. He
That's right.
wasn't born this way. He's no Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
He's,
This
a,
is just how he looks when he's in
Yeah.
the meat dimension here with all of us.
he's a pariah in
Yeah.
all dimensions.
The joke's on him. He actually looks like that amp right there. That's the reason he wants to get rid of it. It reminds him of the past that he can't figure out how to get back to.
It's like looking in a 3D mirror.
Man, it's tough.
That's
40
actually-
mirror even, you
Yeah.
know. That's what
If you
happens.
count all of them, I
That's
guess.
yeah, you got to count. Sometimes you need to, you know, you need that extra dimension so that you can feel where your purpose in life is supposed to be.
Mhm.
Unlike Friends.
Although
and the
that
Friends
fourth
reunion.
dimension, that fourth dimension does add 15 pounds, so just be aware of that.
Yeah, but
Right,
everybody's used to it because everybody else has 15
It's like when you go to the moon and everything is like super light. And you're like, I'm strong now.
I can eat all these Twinkies. I barely weigh anything up here.
Hand me some moon rocks. I'm going to digest them.
Well, what do you mean there's no pies up here? Why do they call them moon pies?
Why the fuck did I go through astronaut training to get up here then? I wasted my life.
This is bullshit.
You mean they make them down there? All right, I'm swimming home.
I'll swim right through space. I'll
I
get
thought the
there.
moon pies were an export.
I seen the cartoon. I know how to do it. Burst into flames as they re-enter.
That's how they cook them.
Just a fried up skeleton smacked somewhere in the middle of Oklahoma.
Charred in like the little creek that's full of garbage behind the moon pie factory. The sweet irony.
The moon pie guy who scoops in all the ingredients, he just grabs the skeleton, tosses it in the furnace, and he ends up in the next batch of moon pies. He died as he doing what he loved, which was becoming a
in
moon
accordance
pie.
with what we believe would have been his final wishes. Yep. Tubby's now part of your moon pies. At least the batch that's coming out in lot 8022473B. You know, the B is for big. Right? He was a
Between
large man.
Alabama and Kentucky. If
That's
you're in
it.
that,
It's
if
gonna-
you're in that area,
Going to go where it needs to be.
you will eat Neil Pie Strong. His remains will forever
man.
be redistributed into our society.
What a man. That's what I say.
Speaking of Alabama and Kentucky, down in Maryland, where I'm living now,
Yeah.
we've had quite a soiree of cicadas just fucking in a tree out front of our house.
So I'll tell you something even bigger. There was a swarm of cicadas today
Yeah.
that showed up on the weather radar. There were so many of them.
What the
Wow.
fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit.
It showed up on the weather radar and they were talking about, I saw the clip from the news. They were like, and here, wait a minute, that's not right. And then they looked over and they're like, this is not actually a weather pattern. This is a swarm of cicadas, apparently.
Our meteorologist has picked up a bunch of bugs.
It looked just like rain. It was, light on the outside, got more red towards the center.
We all got to be like Pharaoh.
I can't. Exactly right. Exactly right.
Your
Yep.
crops are history.
Your crops are history, and you need to let my people go.
Let these people go.
Oh man, please, because what else? are we
You don't
gonna
know
do?
what God's going to do to me if you don't.
That's right. I told them that I'd get them back by noon, and it's like 11:45.
Practically shook a dildo in my face and he said, if you can imagine all the possibilities I can do with this dildo to you, then you can have my seat on the throne of heaven.
That's right. You gotta list them all, though.
You'll never conceive of the things I'm going to do to you.
That's it. You ever seen those adding machines? The paper just keeps coming out and out. That's it. This is you. This is you. And I'm holding the dildo. This is it. This is what's going to happen. Just cranking that
Just
one arm
flopping back
bandit.
and forth.
It's going to. We have such sights to show you. That's right. I love Hellraiser. Joke's on you.
God,
Yeah.
heaven's like a Cenobite world. It's the puzzle box.
There's chains. There's no
It's
pearly
like, while you're
gates.
trying to solve that puzzle, why don't you free my people from this motherfucking Egypt
Let
oppression?
them go so I don't have to rip the skin off of your body.
And I'm busy.
Yeah, I got
I
things
got
to do.
stuff to do.
Got things and stuff.
I'm
stuff
trying to
and things.
make more cicadas. Every 17 years, they fuck, they die, and then the next batch comes out
I
as-
love it.
at the age of consent.
So the
17,
question is:
they all
has God made the cicadas autonomous to where he's just watching them fuck, or is God like individually controlling all of them and being like, all right?
I think God gets kind of like 10% of all the pleasure that we incur here.
Oh, wait
He's
a
like
minute!
he's a
This is
venture,
another
he's a
layer.
venture capitalist.
God just wants to wet his pleasure beak a little bit.
Exactly. He's cut in on all the deals. So that's why we have such
man.
extreme pleasure and desire to
Well,
reproduce.
then all the people reading his book have it backwards then. 'cause
Yeah,
they're all
exactly
saying
Well,
they shouldn't do
that
it.
was the idea. They're like,
Why do you
don't
think they suffer so much?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is not what I want. I'm going to make you wander the desert for 30 years if you don't give me what I want.
Get
You know
to
what?
fucking.
Every 17 years, bugs fucking.
That's right.
That's where we're at.
Everywhere.
Let me tell you
Everywhere.
about Sodom and
No,
Gomorrah.
never mind. Just Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Just the fucking tree out front of my house.
Just Chris's house, please.
I swear to God, there's nowhere else on our block that has as many as we do.
I believe it.
I don't know if we're just lucky or what, but it's like a fucking swingers club in that.
You guys
in that
lucked
tree.
out in
Yeah,
just
that's
the
what
right
they want.
spot to
Yeah,
move
that's-
at just the right time.
That's why it was available. Really, they knew it was
Right.
coming, and they're like, "We're getting the fuck out of this place." Yeah. Yep.
Well, the last couple of days our AC stopped working, so we're working on getting that fixed.
Isn't that
fuck?
that's
You know, my
that's the
my
life.
landlord just came by to grab these two AC units that he had lent to me back when my air conditioning went out a few years
Oh,
ago,
yeah.
and he refused to fix it for like a fucking week
I
because he
remember.
was trying to save up the money to do it with the entire like complex.
Okay.
And I was very tempted to just tell him, no, I don't have them
No,
anymore.
thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. But I was more annoyed the fact that they were taking up space in my fucking garage for 2 years.
yeah, right.
And I was
Yeah.
like, please just take them. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
How ironic. But why is everybody's AC busting? It must be like
Because
Well,
it's
that's-
fucking
heat wave
yeah,
coming through.
yeah.
It's
Well,
hell.
There's a contractor in the day that was like looking at whatever we had, and I guess there's an HVAC guy coming later
Mhm.
because they're gonna do like what is it, a split or ductless splits?
Yeah, mini splits.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice.
Because like the ducts that are in there are too small because it's an old house.
Mhm.
It was originally just heat, and then they added the AC,
Yep.
and the AC is trying to push through all these little vents.
Yeah.
By the time it gets to the second floor, there's like a trickle of air
Mhm.
if there's anything at all.
Mhm.
Hot little puff.
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we were fighting with that, and then like the AC unit outside flipped the breaker twice, and it's just
Yeah.
a fucking mess.
Talking about this place catching on fire. Your place is about to catch
yeah,
on
exactly.
fire.
At least it'll kill all the cicadas, though.
Yeah,
That's the
right.
important
Yeah.
It'll
part.
be literal hell. Yeah.
You won't have to worry about them
What do
anymore.
these cicadas eat? Is it just like a
That's
Suffering.
your sanity?
Pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their
Yeah, I was-
primary consumption.
I was talking to Alexis about that the other day because we were trying to figure that out too, like because they just they hibernate for 17
They
years
sit
and
in the trees and scream.
they just scream fucking die.
They scream. They fucking.
That's
That's
because
it.
they're hungry. They're like, I can't eat. Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so horny.
Yeah,
I'm so horny. And they're like, oh, thank you. Okay, I'm good.
Never mind.
That's it.
I'm dead now. Never mind.
God, we should. I feel like our lifespans are way too long. We should really just die after our.
Listen, there are so
sex.
many. When I remember being in like elementary school and learning that redwood trees live for like hundreds and hundreds of years,
Yeah.
right? And that was the first time that I had like the breadths of understanding of like thinking about time outside of like human nature. Because at that point, I had already had dogs die and cats die, so I was like, oh, their lives are shorter than ours, and bugs. But then when I thought something was older than me, like that could outlive me, but would also die at some point, then I started thinking about like, I wonder, I guess I'm a redwood tree to all of these bugs all around. And then you start to contemplate the length of our lives, the purpose of the lengths of our lives. And then eventually you just realize there is none. And it's just, we get more suffering than the
Right.
bugs.
You just
Yeah.
keep
And that's
on
why we
having-
kill them, because we're like, you get to get out of here early. Just go.
I'm
it.
freeing you.
Yeah. You're free.
You're
You're welcome.
welcome.
You're welcome. Exactly right. Exactly right.
Poor little
It's
bastard.
all downhill.
Ignorance is bliss, and it's true.
That's right. Yeah.
The spider in the corner of your room. All he knows is trap and eat.
That's it. The
Yeah.
first time when you're born that you take a nap in that little bassinet in the what the infantry, what do they call that? The hospital.
Yeah, the infantry. Yeah.
Yeah. Where they got all
When you
babies.
get conscripted into the army of babies,
Yeah.
when the
that's-
warlord coming through
That's
comes
right.
and he
Take the baby
recruits
down
you
to the
from the
barracks.
nursery.
Yeah, exactly. That first nap is the greatest moment of your life. It's all downhill from there.
It's the freest from suffering you'll ever
Exactly. And it's only paralleled by
be. Pick
your
up babies.
by the first time if you do have a child, because then you're like, thank God this thing's going to be living longer than me. That means I'm that much closer to death.
Right, and it'll
Children
take care
are-
of me when I'm
Exactly right. Yeah, it'll help to shuffle me off this mortal coil, hopefully.
old. Yeah.
So what do you think of the pets that live like longer than people, like turtle or tortoises and stuff like that? Even parrots can be like 80 years old.
Yes,
and
they
shit.
can. And they're different because I think they are smug.
Well, plus you have the added benefit. you have the added benefit.
Oh,
of-
you gotta live longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to make someone suffer, through what you were done with.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yes, exactly. Take care of my animal for
This is no longer
generations.
my burden. I'm out of here.
That's right.
And this is on you.
Good luck with the noise. I hope you have a spare room. Yeah, with a
plenty of
linoleum
news.
floor, hopefully. Yeah, because the newspaper does not catch it all. That's the bottom line there. And I hope you got a whole lot of mulch, because that's what the turtle needs.
Yeah.
It's used to a mulch-rich environment. In fact, I used to shred 50s.
And when it's winter out, you're gonna want some heat lamps.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep. Don't just forego the space heaters. The turtle needs the lamp. He's the light. Don't skimp
Leave
on
the
the
light on.
lights. That's right. leave
He's
the
the
light.
light of my
Right.
life, and he'll
That's-
be the light of
that's-
yours forever.
It's going to be the only thing in my will that if you don't keep the turtle alive, you don't get your inheritance.
Right.
And that you only get the inheritance after the turtle dies of natural causes. And it's in my will that a vet does an autopsy. So if you try and kill it, not going to count. You're not going to get your inheritance.
that
It'll
ain't
all
gonna
go to the turtle research fund.
The Turtle Research Foundation.
Brought to you by Gary. Brought to you by Gary Busey.
The Turtle Research Foundation. I'll send you the 4 years of the Turtle Research. Oh no!
Again?
Not even that interested in turtles.
What does that mean?
I learned a lot about them last time.
You get stranded on the Galapagos Islands and you just have to live on the beach.
There's not much to glean from another 4 years
That's
of
it.
turtle research.
Oh man, what if you tied a whole bunch of turtles together, put a platform on top of them and ride them across the ocean?
Put them in a house with no gravity in it, and it's flying turtles.
And you're going to pay
And they
me
grow wings.
$6,000 for the turtle raft. And I'm going to pay you $2,000 from that $6,000.
And then the turtles get the rest.
And then I take my medicine, and I take my nap, and then I come back here tomorrow.
That's right. Tomorrow's a whole new day, full of fresh turtles and all kinds of rafts.
My eyes drifting off the side of my head.
That's right. I gotta put that back together. Get that eyeball wrangler in here. Draw things back in. Yeah.
You ever seen a plane that can swim? Gary, just shh. Gary, it's nap time.
You're right. It is nap time.
I'm not tired.
I'm always awake.
Shoot him up. Somebody shoot him up.
Somebody.
I bet he
Get the
sleeps with his
gun.
eyes open. I guarantee
Trank him.
it.
Yeah.
He probably does.
Yeah, I don't think medically his
surprised.
eyes can close all the way. Yeah. I think his eyelashes are like threaded into his eyebrows
Yeah.
so that when he moves one, they all move. That's really the only
He's
way
the
you can
only
operate
man.
these
Only
days.
person that ever got the skin between the top of his eyelids and the bottom of his eyebrow shortened.
That's right. There's too much lid. There's too much lid. I need
I
to
don't
see
want
some.
the
Clip those
option to
lids.
close them.
Yeah.
I want you to clip my lids.
Yeah.
I need them clipped. I don't like it when
Well,
I
I
can't.
just heard this Aerosmith song. I watched Armageddon. I don't ever want to close my eyes again.
It's profound.
I don't want to miss a thing.
God is the meteor, and God is the earth.
There's also Bruce Willis.
And Bruce Willis, God, Bruce Willis. I watched Die Hard 9 times just this morning.
Well, Murph. Yes, and on that earth, the Friends reunion has garnered complete
I
unwarranted.
can't handle it. Okay, like, and then I was making this point. I was going to make this point earlier
Yes.
that if the Friends reunion can happen,
Yes.
and we can get a bunch of bloated, fat, Botox-filled fucking has-beens
So
who
much.
haven't done anything except for Jennifer Aniston, who is literally standing outside of the influence of time,
Yep.
and has been for like 30 years.
So many CCs. Yeah.
Everyone else is, I think, it's like a Dorian Gray kind of thing, where
Yep.
they're like the painting and they're aging for her.
Yeah.
because she,
Yeah, well, that was
She's
it. Was in her
fucking staying
contract.
stagnant.
Yeah, it was in the contract. They had to hire a witch doctor.
if people are clamoring enough for that, then I feel that our show should be a massive success.
Well,
Why is our
that's-
show not a massive success? And I will
To be fair, that's a bold statement.
now and forever cite I will now and forever cite the Friends reunion being any moderate success
No,
as the case for us being a major.
I
massive
doubt.
success.
I doubt that there are any more than a handful of people who are like, "I'm so glad they did that."
Yeah, that's what
You
I
know,
mean.
It's a moment of nostalgia which they missed from like 3 years ago when they were remaking all of the 80s and 90s movies.
Yeah.
It's like the reboot phase is over. We're into new territory now.
Yeah.
Well, for the next probably like decade, and then we're going to start
Exactly.
digging
Then we'll
backwards
recycle
again.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, it comes in ebbs and flows.
That's right. It's all about those waves, and you got to ride them instead of having them crash over your head. I'll tell you what else I saw. I saw a movie that I can't remember the name of, and I'm sure I can look it up right now. It was starring a very young. I see.
Gary
This
Busey.
is Gary Busey. It wasn't Gary Busey, but let's see here. I gotta look this up. I don't
Just
know
in
why this
regards
is-
to the
it's first
Friends thing,
the
like,
bonfire of vanities. Go ahead, Chris.
I was just trying to vamp till you
I
found
appreciate that very much. Tom Hanks is the person I was looking for.
Oh, you've
As
got mail.
well as Bruce Willis. No,
And
It's called The Bonfire of Vanities. It's the name of the movie, which apparently is also a book. The movie was
Sleepless in Seattle.
great. Yeah, it was great. He said, "I'll have what she's having," and have fun storming the castle. And so they basically it follows Tom Hanks
Castaway.
in a very Castaway similar
You gotta
situation.
save Private Ryan.
Exactly right. Where we've
He
got
said it. He said the line.
Melanie Griffith. Yes, exactly. The very talented Melanie Griffith is in there, and she plays Wilson. And so he smacks her across the face, and that red mark stays there for the rest of the thing. He puts some bamboo or palm leaves in her hair to make her look like she's her friend or his friend. That was really, really great. And of course, Bruce Willis comes along and he just complains about everything. It's too
was this a
hot. There's
documentary?
too much sand. Yes, it was. It was. I
feel like
don't
this is
have
a
enough to
nonfiction.
drink. Where is my hat? My head's burning. And
not,
so
not
all
Yippee-ki-yay.
My
Right,
wife
it's-
left me for a much younger man, and I can't.
and his
get
name
over
was
it.
San Francisco.
San
She's
Francisco
gone.
treat. She
That's
left
it.
me for rice-a-roni.
That's right. Can you imagine being left for a grain? A grain, an Asian grain yet.
Asian grain,
That's it.
nonetheless.
The
and there's
whole
a billion
You say
of them.
oh,
Did you say it was named Dan Francisco?
Dan Francisco.
Dan
Yeah.
Francisco.
That was his name. He was a friend of the show for a little while, but he's fallen off the map. And
Full
I
of
suppose,
gluten.
yeah, riddled.
Not gluten.
He's riddled with
Exactly.
gluten, like
Yeah.
bubbling over. Yeah, it
More
was
like that
terrible.
Dan Francisco, if you ask me.
Man,
Damn.
what a mess! What a mess!
Damn.
But I'll tell you,
Brand damn Cisco.
I'll tell you who did direct it. That was Brian De Palma.
Brian De Palma.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, the best.
Have you ever seen this movie though?
I have not. I've heard of it.
The
Bonfire of
the
Vanities.
Bonfire of Vanities.
It's definitely one of those fallen by the wayside films.
It's-
that hasn't been.
It's
remembered.
a decent movie. Every complaint that I read about it was that like it's not like the book.
yeah.
Uh,
So
and-
everybody's snobby about that
and
shit.
everybody
Yeah, they made it a
who
movie, so it's
liked
probably
it
better.
was like,
Yeah,
who
what do you
the
wanna
fuck
just-
cares if it's not like the book? The movie was good.
if you want to read the book, read the fucking
Exactly
book.
Yeah,
right.
you nerd.
In this
Exactly
age of
right.
remakes and shit, you have to separate the
Those-
remake from the original.
Get
work.
it together.
Like, I remember like when Born Identity first came out,
Mhm.
all those movies, and I think I was in like 8th or 9th grade or something like that. My teacher had like read the books, and she was talking about how the movies were fun, but like in the books, Jason Bourne was like 50 or 60,
Yeah,
and like that would have been a horrible movie.
exactly right. You realize the insurance they
Starring
would have had to
Harrison
get?
Ford.
Yeah.
Right? Get the fuck out of my house.
Get off of my fucking house,
I
plane.
hate this blue filter that's on everything. Yeah, it was a mess. Yeah, but yes. So the Bonfire of Vanities, get yourself out of sobriety. Turn it on.
I like this already.
Turn it on. Just kind of tune in. At first I was like, this is fucking Trading Places again, because it sort of follows a similar vein, except Eddie Murphy's not in it. Neither is Dan Aykroyd.
Is it what genre would you say?
But Tom Hanks, and that's of course the poor man's Dan Aykroyd. So the genre is drama through and through. Yeah, it's
Dan Aykroyd's way more famous.
yeah,
than Tom
he's
Hanks.
got-
Right, he's got
Listen,
a vodka.
all-
and a skull.
have you seen the skull? Is the representation of
And
mortality
nothing says this career is not washed up like having a line of alcohol. in
or
your name.
morbid
I never-
obesity or water retention? None of that
Tom
stuff.
Hanks never directly contributed to me getting drunk,
Yeah,
and I can honestly say that.
not a single time, except for the depression that I felt as I was watching Castaway for the first time.
Indirect.
Yeah, I was in
What
the
a-
theater and I
What
was
a
8 years old.
Fucking
So.
end to that movie. Are you serious?
No,
Oh, okay. That movie. That is like probably the most harsh ending of.
it's pretty
a
rough.
What
But
about
movie.
The Mist?
the
Oh, oh yeah, Jesus Christ!
talking
That's some
about
dark
disappointments.
ass
Yeah,
shit.
so yeah,
Holy fuck!
That's
Yeah.
probably the most depressing movie ending I've ever seen.
That was such a gut punch, like horrible ending
yeah.
in a good way. That Stephen King, I read, wished that he wrote it.
Yeah,
he wished that he had done that.
There you go.
How much darker can you get?
That's
You
the
literally
bar.
Can't.
That's the bar, folks. Making Stephen King wish he wrote it.
If you make him shudder,
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
just won. Just stop.
Yep.
Okay, just get it. Retire.
Just take a brief review of all the things that he has written about, and if you can make him shudder, you've accomplished something. It might be crimes against humanity. You might have to be like at a Nuremberg trial,
It could
but
also be like
never know.
a cocaine twitch. Too.
it
You
could
never
be.
know.
Sometimes the keys. The elbow goes out and the keys. He ends up typing a couple paragraphs of some terrible shit. Yeah, it's just the coke though. I can't help it. It gets into my elbow. Yeah.
That's where it seems to settle after
I'll
all
tell
these
you-
years. It's
I'll tell you
elbow. Got that coke elbow.
It's a medical condition. It's on the books. The DSM.
DSM.
Don't worry.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm covered. I'm covered. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So the first time that I saw Castaway, I remember that was the first time I ever felt Schadenfreude.
Mm.
That-
Right, remind me of that direct definition again.
So Schadenfreude or Schadenfreude as it can be pronounced. Depending
It's
upon
Hitler's
context. Yeah, could be the return of Hitler.
Get him!
It was the first time I felt like Hitler should come back. No, it's basically where you derive joy from someone else's misfortune.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
So at the
Obviously,
end of
I
that
do
movie,
that.
like I felt like Tom Hanks was like of course he was not a compassionate, but not relatable, but
Sympathetic.
sympathetic is the word I'm looking for. The sympathetic character where it was like, all right, this guy's going through this stuff. It sucks. He's surviving. He's waiting to get back to his person and blah 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 blah. But my issue with him was all the stuff that he did wrong.
Mhm.
Things that seemed counterintuitive to me, and
Like being on a plane that crashed.
being on the plane. Why would you fly when you don't have wings? Why would you swim in the water when you don't have gills? You're going to have to breathe eventually. This is a dumb decision.
Yeah.
Right? You would deserve it. You deserve to have your whole life stripped away from you and everything to go up in flames.
I can't argue with that.
That's it. Nobody can. Nope.
Any girl
I don't
lady
hear-
deserves to
I don't
be
hear
fucking
anything.
somebody else.
Exactly right.
That you're
Exactly
stupid
right.
ass.
Yeah, because obviously he's better than you. Okay. So
He showed up, didn't he?
you don't know enough to fly, to swim, nothing like that. He's living on land.
What do you think's going to happen?
He's with other human beings. That's where he's supposed to be. But I remember at the end feeling like this sucks, but you should have just stayed on the island. You finally got it all figured out.
You should have died on that
A
island.
raft was a terrible decision. Make a torch. Have somebody come and pick you up. There's so many other opportunities. Drifting off into the
I feel
water
like
is a terrible decision.
Movies that take the theme and then carry it all the way through the entire end are kind of rolling the dice for me.
Yeah.
That was a movie. The theme is unmistakably don't give up.
Yeah.
Right. And even at the end, it's like you lost everything that you
even
were
when you
getting
hit
back
hour
to.
6 of the movie, don't give up.
It's just
Don't give up. Keep
persevering.
go to the plastic surgeon. Be like Gary Busey. Get your eyelids
That's
clipped
it.
so you can Clockwork Orange that
That's
shit.
right.
Never look away.
There's only 11 more hours left of the movie.
That's Deer
You
Hunter
don't want to miss.
Part
Yeah.
2.
he's still going to shit in a hole in the ground
Ex-
6 more times.
This is,
Yeah, you
this is supposed
can't
to be
wait.
a joke, but this is not even a tall order. Do you know these people these days, we all binge watch like 18 hours of television shows now. We fucking this is
quick,
literally-
quick.
This is completely conceivable and normal.
That's it. Absolutely, it is. Yep. In the streaming era, it's not far fetched whatsoever.
I don't even want to put this idea into the ether, but
Too late.
here it comes.
There we go.
But these remakes and these tepid sequels and these horseshit nostalgia plays.
Yeah.
This should be going on television way more often. I feel that they should be making these miniseries and
Mhm.
filling up all this time.
Mhm.
Like, I actually feel like it might be better. It gives them more room to like develop stuff.
Right.
You watch these sequels and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't. Did you come up with this in like a weekend and then you just shot it?
Think about it.
Fucking
Most of the
terrible.
sequels that are decent are usually shot back to back with the original, or
Yeah.
at least parts of it. you
Or
know?
it takes them 50 years to get back to it
Or-
and make something great.
Or they're like, you know what? We've come full circle. We're back at the point we were in our careers when we started the movie, which is we have no career. Or this has been our flagship. So let's just circle back around and make it happen.
Goonies Part 2 is coming out 2025.
Are you serious?
I'm calling it like Babe
You're
Ruth.
calling it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'm not
Point to those
It's,
bleachers, baby. I was going to say, this did not come
comes.
across my radar, but I completely believe it. Yep.
I wouldn't doubt it for a second. I mean, even though I just made it up.
What was that guy's name who was hosting that separate together guy? The comedian?
Josh Gad.
The Gab guy.
Yep. Yeah.
So
give the Gab.
the
Call him.
talker guy. I think
Olaf the Snowflake.
Olaf. I hope that you talked to the Goonies people before or after, both are fine. You recorded that and that you talked them into some sort of project, because if there's one thing I want to see, it's Bran and Mouth sitting down at a table together, having a conversation.
As long as there aren't any pedophiles in the room.
Because he's going to snap his
We need
fingers.
the pedophile radar.
That's right. Just going to snap his fingers, and I'll tell you, that's going to be a sight. It's going to be a sight to see. You're going to have Thanos. You're going to have
Disintegrate all the pedophiles in Hollywood
right.
in one fell swoop.
That's what they're waiting for. That's the only way they can get Corey Feldman to sign on. Like, all right. He's got to use his Thanos
The
powers.
Goonies, this is the plot, Corey. The Goonies go back, and they're there to protect these new kids from pedophiles.
That's it.
It's not the mafia gang family anymore. It's pedophiles. This is a gang of pedophiles.
It's a whole different one-eyed Willie. So it's
and the treasure is the mountain of skulls.
that's right, exactly right. Climb up that mountain, folks.
We did it. We saved the Goondocks.
That's right.
The pederasts are gone.
There'll be no more pedophiles today or ever again.
I don't mean it.
Wonder if Rosalita's dead or not.
Oh, she's definitely dead.
She's got to be dead.
Oh,
she
she's
was
dead as a doornail.
She was in her 50s, I think,
Oh,
when
yeah,
they did
dude.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they might surprise you, but she's dead.
We're gonna dedicate this episode to
Poor
Rosalita.
Rosalita.
Rosalita, 233. This one's for you. This one's for you.
Crushed
Rosalita.
by a drunk dump truck driver.
Oh man, the worst part was he wasn't even driving. He just accidentally leaned against the button, and she happened to be taking a nap. That was it. That was the end of the game. Ay Dios mío. And she did indeed no salada. She never got
No
out
cilantro.
again. That's right. No cilantro for anybody ever again. So let's see. I'll tell you what else we never have again is weird news.
Let's hope
Never
so.
again.
Or maybe we'll have it this time.
No.
One more time.
One
Maybe.
more
Time.
Take it away, Kanye.
Yep. All right.
I'm even mixing songs up, right?
That's for a change. Yeah, we're mixing things
Mix
up.
it up. We're like one of those store-bought margarita mixers.
Mix that shit up, B.
Is anybody
That's all we
watching
know how to
today?
do.
Yeah, Juan's here.
Okay.
Juan!
Hey,
Juan is our
Juan
only
said he
friend.
Ron, do you want to buy a Hughes and Kendra 2 by 36?
Don't do it,
Don't
Juan.
buy it, Juan. No.
It's a waste of your
No,
money.
it's a waste of money. Juan remembers the movie, and he said it tanked at the box offices, and I'm sure.
Oh, the
that
bonfire of
of
vanities.
Vanities. Yeah, I'm sure it did. Because
Yeah,
it wasn't that good.
it must
It's
have.
one of those where like it's middle of the day. You have to put something on while you eat lunch, and you're like you've caught up on all your shows, so you just like I don't know. This is an old movie with
That
Bruce
is
Willis and
such
Tom Hanks.
a relatable premise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many movies I've watched exactly because that's the position I was
Yep.
in.
That's what this movie
I
is.
go to
We should
HBO
make
and
a-
I'm like, whatever's on.
Yep.
We should make a movie about that premise.
Chris, you're just full of terrible
And-
ideas.
and
Okay,
it'll
so
be perfect for that time.
right, exactly. And it's almost as if it was created for that purpose.
Can we get Tom Hanks in it? Then that's the way I'll do it.
What else is he doing right now?
He is
Castaway
looking-
too?
I
Yeah.
bet all we have to do is offer him an antique typewriter, and I bet he'll show up.
Yeah.
I wish that my hairline would stay as I wish anything in my life would be as stable as Tom Hanks's fucking hairline. Because from the age of 35 to now, it's never changed.
All you got to do
It's
is
been
when you
receded, but it's never
the
changed.
key is you don't get upset, you don't get angry, but you still yell sometimes.
Yeah.
What's going on in here?
I love you guys.
Yeah.
But don't feel the anger.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just let it like wash over your lower body. That's
Oh, okay.
yeah. And
I have to practice that.
yeah. And you can emote with the
Focus on
eyebrows,
the-
but just a little bit, just the bottoms, just a
Yeah.
little bit of the bottom.
But you take the rest of that energy and focus it into your poop, and then you poop it out.
Well, you could do that if you want. to,
That's
Chris.
that's the Tom Hanks cleanse.
That's right.
it's coming out.
Hey, colonics will do wonders for you, even though we're not supposed to do that. But here we go for weird news. Well, actually, I got to unmute it first. All right. I don't know if you're ready or not, Juan, but we're doing weird news.
Here it comes,
Here we
Juan.
go.
our only fan.
Number one fan.
Juan's only fans coming later.
That's right. That's right. Here we go.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news on the Kickstarter match.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used the witchcraft told me to get the fire off me! Oh, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. The Human Torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has partnership.
And now with this week's weird news, here's Mitch.
All right. So for our first story, we're gonna do this in a different order because that story's too good. I'm gonna say that for the end. So we're in Cincinnati, which is Ohio, right?
Yes.
All right. See, I
My
got the state
favorite
right.
Home of the Bengals.
Home of the what?
Bengals. the
You mean
football
like the
team.
brace? Oh, the bracelets. Okay.
There's
so
actual
that's a
Bengals
Bengal.
living
Yeah.
in. Yeah, there's tigers
Everywhere.
That's what they
Cincinnati.
named the
Everywhere.
team after. They just wander the city aimlessly.
well, I'll tell you who else is
very
wandering this.
Good
the
at
city.
population
That's
control.
why, I was going to say that's why there's so little homeless there.
I'll tell you who else is homeless. An amorous cicada was blamed for causing a car crash in Ohio. The insect flew through an open window, struck the driver in the face on Monday night, and the motorist drove off Riverside Drive and crashed into a utility pole.
Oh my
Wow. What made him? What made it amorous?
That's, I guess, because he just
Full of
really
lust?
just wanted to
Does
just
it- did it
fuck up
fuck
this
his ear?
guy's life.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna fuck. Not my biological prerogative of other cicadas. That guy right there.
I just want things to burn.
Got your number, bitch.
That's it. I see an open window. I call that an opportunity.
I was made to
That's
fuck.
it.
It doesn't matter what.
That's right. I'm just going to fuck up your day or your car, whatever. This utility pole, I don't care. Cicadas are swarming across the Cincinnati area. They're part of Brood X, which emerge every 17 years to mate. Police advise motorists to keep their windows closed while they're driving down the highway, or else they may too be victim of this temporary
See, I
pest.
have very little sympathy for this person because, cicadas don't do anything. They're just big and dumb and they just fly into shit.
Have
They
you
just
ever
whack
been?
into you.
Have you ever been hit with a cicada before?
Yeah, I've been moving inside of a swarm of fucking cicadas.
It's like 40 of them every day.
So-
for Chris.
Yeah.
I remember I was cutting the grass one time back when I lived in Delta. I was going around a corner, around a tree,
Mhm.
and I was going as fast as I could, which on a tractor is still not that fast.
It was pretty smoking, guys.
But it was, I'm telling you, there were like little waves
I
of
had tire
coming off of
tracks
us.
in my lawn.
They were in the lawn. I destroyed the lawn that I was
Yeah.
cutting. And as I did that,
It was a Suzuki mower.
yeah.
A lot of aftermarket parts on it.
I mean, I may or may not have souped it up with a
Zero.
monster truck engine.
There's a Nas button on it.
There's a nice button. It had 44-inch tires.
I bought it from Vin Diesel.
That's right. Vin Diesel had it.
0 to 10 in 3.5 minutes.
Oh man,
It's
let
actually
me tell you
they
what.
wouldn't put it on the paper, but it was the lawnmower that killed Paul Walker.
It was the lawnmower. It had 20-inch blades on it. They were huge. It was great. It was a great thing. But as I turned the corner, a cicada flew straight into my forehead, and I had a welt on my head for 2 days.
They're fat little buggers.
Well, they're hard too because they have
Yeah.
that exoskeleton.
Mhm.
But I mean, flying in, I'm guessing a side window, unless this person like had the top down or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't see that trajectory would necessarily inflict that much damage.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's more of probably a glancing blow, and it just freaked him out.
Yeah, I'm sure
Like,
that's what it
there's
was.
there's so many car accidents caused by bugs. I mean, you wouldn't
I mean,
believe it.
I've been driving before with my windows down and I had a yellow jacket fly in my window
Mm.
and was just like chilling on like the soft part of the inside of my arm.
Yes.
So I was like driving. I'm like, okay, well,
Yep.
I guess we're going straight for a little while.
Yeah.
you then
Anytime.
embody the life of Keanu Reeves in Speed. At that
Exactly
point.
right. Yep.
Don't fuck up. Oh god, we're all dead if I fuck up.
Yep. And also, don't emote. Don't move.
Sandra Bullock, where are you? I need your timeless good looks. That's the other person who's standing outside of time. We're all paying the price
Sandra
for these
Bullock?
vampire motherfuckers.
I don't know. I think her.
Her and Keanu Reeves must have
She-
drank the
she
same
doesn't-
Kool-Aid
So-
at some
She doesn't
point.
hold up like Jennifer Aniston and
No,
Keanu Reeves.
no, that's true. I don't think she has the same level of work done, but I think that Sandra Bullock, she reminds me, as she has aged, she reminds me of someone who has been painted from memory of someone else by a skilled artist, mind you, but still from memory. Like
It's close enough,
Like-
but it's good.
like,
Drifted far enough
that's
away.
Sandra Bullock, but that's not what I remember
I see
Sandra
it.
Bullock
I
looking
see it.
like
I
before.
see it. And when she meets
Yeah.
people, I see it.
Yeah, like hi, I'm Sandra Bullock.
When did she get the Gary Busey eye?
Yeah, I think you are. I think you're right.
Good job.
I don't need any ID. I remember pretty much what you look like. I'll tell you.
What if she died like 10 years ago and it's just been impersonators? ever
Listen,
since?
there's
That's
so
That's the
many.
theory.
Like
That's
Paul McCartney.
Paul
Exactly
McCartney,
right. He died a
Elvis.
long time ago. Paul's
Yeah.
dead.
Paul's been dead.
Yep.
Long dead.
I'll tell you who else is dead. German military says it's found a solution for an unusual logistics problem for its troops in Afghanistan. Defense Ministry spokeswoman Christina
Rotisserie chicken.
Rotisserie chicken. That's exactly right. Said Monday that a recent decision by the German commander in Afghanistan said he was set to ban consumption of alcohol for security reasons, and had resulted in a pileup of beer, wine, and mixed drinks.
Are you saying that
They've gotta
the
be bad by
shipments
now.
kept going in, but they stopped drinking them?
This is the idea.
So here's the problem: is that
And it's, of course, stored at Camp Marmal, Marmal. So
Marmal.
naturally, where else is it going to go? German, not Abu Dhabi, that's for sure. So German soldiers are usually entitled to 2 cans of beer or the equivalent per day.
Okay.
But
not bad?
the commander said that the military has found a civilian contractor who will take the alcohol back out of the country ahead of German troops' withdrawal from Afghanistan as NATO mission in the country
I
ends
got
this
it.
coming months.
I got it.
Hey,
No
you guys,
worries.
You guys need to get her some booze?
We're getting rid of this.
I got. I'll get rid of the booze for you.
You want to get rid of all these things? You take your cans, right? You take care of you smash them down, make them guns. I'll drink a little.
I got
I'll
a big
move the
bucket. You
liquid.
pour it in a bucket for me.
Pour
I'll
it
get
in a
rid of
bucket.
it.
There's a hose. I got a hose, and I'll drink the hose, and I feel all right. You make the guns. So German army says 22,600 liters, which is almost 600 gallons of alcohol, including almost 60,000 cans of beer. Gentlemen,
Why don't they throw a "we're getting out of here" party?
Chris, I think what we need to do is take this show on the road. Let's take the Kickstart over to Afghanistan. Just sort of, we gotta keep the troops entertained, like
Yeah.
Bette Midler, right?
Yeah.
Bob Hope.
We are the Bette Midler of podcasts.
Yeah.
I'll
Why
take
not?
it.
This is what we're going with. I already
I'm not
said
gonna
it. It's
fight
too
it.
late. It's
It's on record.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the beer cannot be sold in Afghanistan due to local religious restrictions or destroyed for environmental reasons. So they have to remove it. This is more and more just saying, please have the Kickstart with Matt and Matt featuring Chris if he's available, if he can make it from Maryland to Germany.
That's
To
if I don't
be
crash
there.
my car from cicadas.
Cicadas
You
on the
fly
way.
on the backs of the swarm.
That's it. Harness
And
them.
Pick me up like
Little
Like
leashes.
Jesus,
Just
like
need a bunch of little
fuck,
leashes.
That's perfect. If like Jesus Chris can be floating on cicadas into Afghanistan,
Oh
do you
my-
know all those hostiles will flee to the ends of the fucking
That'll
Middle
be
East?
the end of Islam and Judaism. They'll all
They'll
convert.
stop having a war,
And
It'll all
then
be over.
We'll finally get our due. We'll get what
They're
we're
like,
owed.
oh
Okay.
God, that blue-eyed white Jesus was
That's-
right.
that's
They'll have
right.
religion featuring Chris.
That religion feature.
Christianity featuring Chris.
Yep, that's what it's all about, folks. That's what you've been missing all this time.
The Bible featuring
Yeah,
Chris.
you gotta find religion featuring Chris. Otherwise, you're wasting your life.
If you're not on our Redbubble shop,
Yeah.
you better be, because
Yeah.
these things all end up existing.
This is
on the
exactly where
on
it
the
all
shop.
ends up. Yep, that's going to be a sticker soon. It's going to be a Bible. It's
Go
gonna
get
have-
your. It's Pride Month. Did we talk about this last week? It's
Yes.
Pride Month.
Yep.
Go get your
It's
"I
Pride
love
Month.
my gay robot son"
Absolutely.
T-shirt,
Absolutely.
book, I don't know, journal,
Journal,
cover,
shower
sticker,
curtain,
yeah,
duvet.
blanket,
We've got it. We've got the works,
everything,
folks.
anything you want it on.
Whatever you want it on, we've got it
But
on.
I'm telling you this one thing: if
Let's
you
get
don't
it on.
buy that shit, I think you're
hate.
prejudiced.
You're full of hate.
yeah,
you're
that's
full
right.
of hate.
That's exactly right.
And I will never bring my gay robot son around you ever.
That's right.
You have seen the last of me and my gay robot son.
Good day, sir.
Good day to you, sir. We support all of those people who are not like you.
Just 'cause
We do
it's-
not support. That's right. We're discriminating against discrimination. And you're fired. Get off my sidewalk. Proceeds from the German contractor sale of the beer elsewhere should cover the cost of transporting it out of the country, the Army said. So get ready, folks. We're going to have some old, hot, desert hot German beer
Hell yeah.
available out there for Oktoberfest when it rolls around.
You know it's working
My
if it burns
goodness.
your tongue.
This is I gotta scroll past this. This is we're coming back to our home state, to Philadelphia. Well, at least for Matt and I. Philadelphia, I guess, is still kind of your home state, right, Chris? Yeah, since it's
It was my home.
It was your home, and now it's all been taken away from you by cicadas. So
Pennsylvania, formerly featuring Chris.
Pennsylvania, formerly featuring Chris, is what
The
it is.
state formerly known as Chris's home.
We'll pass it along to Tom Wolf. Yeah, we'll let him know that you're not here anymore. So Philadelphia dirt bike riders, or rather bike riders. I don't know why that's dirt.
Chris, is this a tax?
Yeah, right. The Chris tax.
Chris tax.
They're featuring Chris tax. We have to pay Chris for being on things. What if he's not on anything?
Honestly, I feel bad 'cause it's going to cost. It's going to cost a lot of money to take featuring Chris off all the flags.
That's
banners
really
and
what it
everything.
is. It's the removal fees. That's how you make it. Like that's the guerrilla marketing campaign. You just put stickers on every telephone pole in the city, and then it costs them too much money to remove all of those stickers, and you win. Philadelphia bike riders won't need. I'll tell you who else wins. Philadelphia bike riders who won't need their shirts, pants, skirts, or even underwear.
Oh wow!
Just a mask. And I'll tell you, if there's one thing that I want to see, it's a bunch of people, naked people, riding on bicycles.
That sounds extremely
they're not
uncomfortable.
naked.
Being
They've got
hunched
a mask.
over and sweaty and all those
That's
things is exactly how you want to see them.
Fucking
But at least you won't know who they are because
So
they're wearing
for
their
their
masks.
sake, they don't have a leather seat.
That's well, Chris. Leather doesn't breathe, but then again,
neither
it does-
does
neither does Leoprene.
It does,
so
it does stick though.
yeah, it does. Oh yeah, it grips. That helps. That's how you get your grip. Organizers for the annual Philly Naked Bike Ride says this year's event will take place August 28th and will require masks based on their city's earlier coronavirus restriction. The city lifted most of its COVID-19 rules this week, citing an increase in vaccinations and decreases in cases. But ride organizers say they hadn't had the chance to chat since the city guidelines changed. So for the time being, they're going to stick with our initial mask guidance.
Look, Jesse, wear knee pads at least and elbow pads because I know you're going to be out there.
Oh, he's going to be there screeching the whole ride. It's going to be great. Yeah.
Like a cicada.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Yep.
Is there some kind of like translucent extra skin you can wear just to protect yourself? Because I every time I ride a bike, I end up getting a scrape or something.
Yeah.
I
Well,
get hurt.
this is the problem. Like if
What
you're
if
not
you're-
familiar.
What if you're glued to a leather seat, and you go down?
this
and
is
then
true.
You're going to get mangled up with that bike if it
Oh,
goes.
man,
if
you're
it
going
goes
down with the
sideways.
ship.
gonna
Yeah.
get the jaws of life to pry your ass off of that thing.
Yeah. My God, that's not going to get any better.
It's like Velcro.
Yeah.
You're
That's
going to
going
need
to be.
Gary Buse's plastic surgeon to get you all cut you
If
off.
you
of
get
that.
a whole bunch of bottles of hairspray and just coat yourself in hairspray, that should be just enough of a coating
Yeah.
to deflect most of the things.
Or if you have like Pam or something, you
Pam
can
is
spray the
good,
seat down.
non-stick
That's
spray.
true.
That's put that on your seat. You'd be slipping and
slippery
slides all
seat
over
and sticky
every
skin.
pedal.
That's the key, my friends.
Oh, this is it. It's like Teflon and glue all put together. So ride participants, sometimes in the thousands, usually gather in the park to strip off their clothes and paint each other's bodies before carefully hopping on their bikes. The naked riders are promoted.
When is this?
Let's see here.
I might be around for that actually.
Yeah,
I
well,
might be up there.
if you
Yeah,
are,
like-
I might be.
No, but
It's going to take place August 28th.
Kyle's got a bike. Okay. August
There you
28th.
go. It's a great way to meet friends. So the
Yeah.
Naked Ride is to provide or promote positive body image. Advocates for the city say that the safety of cyclists are also protesting the dependence on fossil fuels, I guess because they're riding bicycles.
Yeah.
But riders pedal a 10-mile course while taking insights including Independence Hall, the Liberty Bell, the Philadelphia Museum of Arts, which is featured in the Rocky movies. And so it's the coronavirus pandemic slammed on the brakes for the ride last year.
I feel like the whole like fossil fuels thing is just like sort of like a side effect of the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
obviously just a bunch of people want to ride bikes naked in the city.
Yeah.
Dude.
And they're like, oh yeah, and we also don't like fossil fuels too.
We do
Yeah.
this because of all the climate change,
That's right.
all this global warming. But honestly, though, a lot of
That's
people.
why you have to look at my ass and dick and balls.
Oh, man.
You got to look at my unkempt, nasty body.
That's right.
This is your fault because you drive a car.
Yeah, my nasty body's here to promote body positivity. Well, I'll tell you who else is not promoting body positivity. New Mexico sheriff who's running for mayor of Albuquerque was interrupted on stage while at a campaign event by a flying drone with a sex toy attached to it.
Oh God!
And a man who punched him.
Oh, is this separate?
Is separate
Was he hanging
incidents.
on the drone?
Yeah, apparently,
He's
yeah,
popular.
he was riding the dildo up, I guess. So the county sheriff Manuel Gonzalez campaign said the Democrat was unharmed and will not be intimidated. I don't care how many fake dicks or punches you throw my way. I will not stand down. The Albuquerque Journal reported that the video posted on Facebook shows Gonzalez answering questions from the audience while standing on a stage at the event center while the drone bearing the sex toy started buzzing near the
Can
stage.
you throw that quote at me one more time?
No, I made it up. I can't throw it at you.
Oh, okay.
No, I made it up.
I was going to say that's the quote of the month, without a doubt.
Yes. Well, we can always go back and listen to it, and
Yeah,
that'll be
yeah.
the quote, folks. Sheriff's office report
just
said
rewind 15
that's
seconds.
just rewind. You got what it was.
I guess it's like 30 at this
It's
point.
yeah, whatever it is. It's getting longer every moment, just like my life. So the sheriff's office reports that the owner of the event center grabbed the device that the 20-year-old unsuccessfully tried to. Oh, wait a minute now. Let me try this again. The sheriff's office reports that the owner of the event tried to grab the device, and the 20-year-old Kaylin Ashby Dreyer unsuccessfully tried to also grab it. The reporter
That's
said
a
Dreyer.
Gen Z name if I ever heard
Good
that.
God.
shit.
Yeah.
Kaylin Ashby Schlabler.
Yeah, that's it. The report said that Dreyer then turned his attention to Gonzalez, swinging his fist and calling him a tyrant. The deputy wrote that he punched Gonzalez's hands and then was removed from the event. by
punched him right in the
deputies.
hands.
Hands.
These are the evil things. Get out of here.
Like just hitting him in the hand as it's hanging limply by his side.
That's it. Yeah. Well, it said in a news conference
very
on Wednesday
effective.
that he believed that Dreyer was with several companions and spotted someone standing on the other side of the fence who he believes was
Yeah,
flying
I'm
the
not
drone.
punching hands by myself. I can tell you that.
That's it.
You want to catch these hands?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
No, I want to punch
Yeah.
them hands.
You better show up to this whole rally here, otherwise you ain't going to get any of these hands. It became so distracting from the sound and everything, I really just couldn't get my point across, Gonzalez said. Dreyer has been charged with petty misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer. According to the deputy in the report, Dreyer said he did not intend to hit Gonzalez, but was upset by the way Gonzalez answered a question and intended to swing his fist through the air.
That's the same kind of defense as like
I don't like your answer.
you hit your little sibling and they're
Yeah.
crying and you're like, it wasn't that bad. Don't tell mom.
I just put my hands up and your face was there.
And you hit it. You hit into my hand.
Yeah, it's
Your hand hit into my fist. It's
That's
your
right.
fault.
Your face, you brought your head down as I brought my fist up and you got punched. It wasn't my fault.
I'm sorry that the tip of the dildo, the flying dildo, hit you in the eye, but
Yeah.
you shouldn't have looked down.
Right. You should have been looking out at your adoring fans. Well, I'll tell you who else should have been looking out at their adoring fans. In an effort to distract cops during a high-speed chase, we're going down to our favorite place, Sunshine State, folks. So you
Always.
know it's going to be good.
Always.
I'm going to start this over again because this is the most ridiculous story I think I've read in a very long time.
I love it.
Maybe I'm building it up too much, but it's still
I'm
ridiculous.
going to be disappointed.
It's yes.
No,
well,
no.
it's
Cop pulls van over and they
wouldn't-
pay ticket.
You wouldn't be here otherwise. Yeah. So, in an effort to distract cops during a high-speed chase, a 36-year-old Florida man threw, you guessed it, a 2-month-old infant at authorities
Oh my God.
as they zoomed through a residential neighborhood.
Oh my
I'm
God.
guessing it wasn't his.
It was. According to New York Post, John Henry James III faces a number of charges,
Here, I'm done with
including
this.
aggravated child abuse after he threw the baby out the window.
On what basis?
As he tried, yeah, exactly right. The kid's fine. Maybe we haven't got to that part yet.
Me.
Yeah, so yes, he threw him out the window as he tried to lose deputies from the county sheriff's office during a 40-minute pursuit. In a Facebook post, Sheriff Eric Flowers noted, "You can't throw a baby at us and expect us to treat you with kid gloves."
He was on the puns that day. He was on his
Man,
best.
he had it together. He knew
you
what
were
he needed to say, and he did not hesitate one iota for sure.
That's why I'm the sheriff.
That's right. That's why I'm the sheriff and the mayor and the president of Florida.
And I'm also the leader of the youth group. for
That's
all the
right.
kids.
It's just in case you guys would like to.
Because I fucking love babies.
I
and you
love-
just hurt the
I
most
love-
sacred thing to
I
me.
love babies and Jesus and everybody else.
I love donations and constituents.
Donations. I love donuts. I love all kinds of things, but I just don't like it when you throw babies at me. Cops released dash cam and helicopter footage of the pursuit with James. While the video doesn't show him throwing the child, it does show him as deputies tried to detain him while another held the baby.
It is amazing that the baby didn't get his head smushed by the cars in the chase.
Or just like
Or
crushed, concussed.
yeah, just like the impact in the pavement and during a chase.
Especially with that soft head, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Might have saved him actually.
Hey,
Little
maybe.
squishy little head.
yeah, I mean, how 2-month-old?
Gonna end up like sloth.
Yeah, exactly right.
I only dropped it once, well, maybe twice.
Mama, you've been bad.
Oh, sloppy.
According to police, the deputies tried to pull James over, who refused to stop the vehicle and later sped away.
How do you know?
Well, yeah, you're not gonna stop after you throw a baby out.
This was before. Yeah, that happened later. Yeah, but
Oh.
How
Yeah.
do you not shoot that guy when you finally catch him, right? Because this is a guy who threw his baby out the window and just to get away from the cops.
this is a guy that you get as he tries to run from the cops, and sweeping and swerving all over between the
You
streets.
see, he
and-
goes here and then he goes right
over
around
there.
the backside there, and then there's all like it's like nostrils.
Well, deputies followed him to an apartment complex and blocked the entry as James ditches the car and tries to get away on foot, allegedly with the baby still in his arms. James is currently behind bars without bond.
He got the baby back and he tried to flee with it.
Yeah, after.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
He went
James
back
is-
for the baby.
Apparently, James is currently behind bars, held without bond. He faces a number of felony charges. He's now being held for aggravated battery on an officer / firefighter / EMT. That's an interesting charge. Aggravated child abuse,
Jack of all trades.
reckless
Yeah.
driving, and of course, resisting
I didn't
arrest.
spend 40 years in school just to get punched by a baby thrower.
Exactly right.
You fucking asshole.
Step back.
I can both shoot you, put out a fire, and then revive you.
All
I
of
just
it.
like to think, like, you know, he was wearing the fireman's hat with the police shirt.
Yep. And he had a stethoscope around his
Like
neck.
scrub
Yeah.
he's driving some amalgamation of a fire truck,
just-
ambulance, cop car.
I
Wearing
pull-
clown shoes.
I pull triple shifts. I like to diversify my employment options.
I fucking hate sleep.
He's got a gun holster on his stethoscope.
Yeah, that's it. I work for emergency services. All right. You want an emergency?
Take your shirt off. It's time to take your pulse.
That's right.
I don't need the stethoscope to hear your heart beating in your chest.
That's right. That's right. I'm the predator. I can tell. I can see it. See it in heat vision. You got that thermal view, baby.
I train for everything.
That's right. Everything and nothing all at once. That's what it's all
I
about.
wanted to be a triple threat.
That's right. Triple threat, triple crown. That's what I love, baby.
Triple crown.
It's all about being where you want to go. And if you can't get there, well, at least throw that baby out the window because you got to unleash the.
It's slowing you down.
That's it.
Weighing
it's,
you down.
It's that excess weight, baby.
That baby
Got to get
weight.
rid of the baby weight. Yeah.
All that baby weight. I lost 3 pounds of baby weight just in this car
It
chase.
was incredible.
Right
It was
out the
incredible.
window.
The best diet plan I've ever had.
It's like I defeated gravity. It's a wonderful thing. Tell you what else we've defeated is this episode.
Thank God we've defeated an hour of your lives.
Another one, folks. We've done it again.
It's like, and we're just as inspired as DJ Khaled.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
That's I'm
Mhm.
proud to say it.
What you talking about?
Another one.
That's right.
Another somebody out there knows what I mean.
I didn't want this.
And now nobody did.
Nobody,
and that's the point. Nobody wanted him.
asked for it, but everybody got it. Just like a baby tossed out of a window.
And I don't want this Hughes and Kenders 2Meister 36, so just go ahead.
Somebody jammed their currency up into Chris's bank account.
That's right.
So he can get rid of this.
Find
tube
that
now.
crease and give it all you got, folks. That's what Chris is looking for. He's looking for a little attention. So
doesn't even need it to be slow.
no, whatever you need to do is fine by him. That's why it's featuring Chris.
That's right.
That's right.
He's not going to call the shots. He's just going to take the bullets. So
Yeah.
until next time, we'll see you on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And Chris.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
get out of here.
You
See you next
fools.
week. You foolish people.
Dummies.
Wasting your time. We love you
Stupid idiot.
so much.
We love you.
We love
Please
you
come
so
back.
much.
Don't
Please come back
stop.
next time, and we'll give you more.
I miss you deeply.
There's a lot of stuff to give.
We
We got
can't-
more.
We can't just have cicadas.
No.
We can't escape this. Why won't it end?
There's no.
Never ends.
There's nothing but eternal loss.
It's a cicada noise.
Oh,
I was letting you have some runway on that one, Chris.
That's it.
Chris has got something here.
All right. Well, Juan says it was a great show.
Thank you, Juan.
Thank you, Juan.
Thank you for watching us and giving us a feeling that we have some sense of purpose.
That's
in
it.
this
That's
show.
it. Yeah.
Not that we necessarily need
That we
that to
necessarily have
keep-
a sense of purpose,
Right.
but it helps to dampen the crushing defeat of life.
It feels
emptiness,
good.
Yeah.
It feels a little good. Just a momentary feeling.
Just
of good
enough.
in this hellish pit of nothingness.
That's all we need. Is just a little glimmer of hope, and that's what we've received on this day. Thanks to Juan.
Thank you, Juan.
So until next time, we'll see you guys later.
See you, Juan.
See you, Juan. And everybody else watching in post, we're not talking to you. All right?
If you want us to talk to you, come in the next episode.
Yeah, show up. Show up. We're always here at some time.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in today. That's all I would say.
That's
Right.
it. That's
Chris
it.
is like your new boss.
That's right.
Chris is your new boss. Is that the one
Chris
you want to
is-
have?
Chris is. This is your work featuring Chris. All right. All right, everybody. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Take it light.